Good afternoon, Dunkirk and Fredonia listeners, and welcome to High Noon Friday, Fredonia's longest-running variety radio program, brought to you by WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm Matt Gillespie.
And I'm Jackson DiCarlo. Today's episode is available streaming worldwide at FredoniaRadio.com.
Coming up, we'll have the local news, the weather, and international news. But first, for campus news, PokePaws, this year's Lend a Paw for Autism walk presented by Hail Fredonia Records and Fredonia's music industry program to benefit the Institute for Autism Research, has gone viral. The fundraiser goes until May 14th, so please assist Hail Fredonia Records and the music industry department in this good cause. All throughout the weekend, a number of student recitals will be hosted virtually for all to attend. Each recital brings new and exciting music for you to experience, so be sure to check out the Fredonia's events page online to check out all the recitals that you can attend. Next week is finals week, so from everyone here at Fredonia Radio Systems, good luck, stay healthy, and we love you.
Thank you, Matt. Today we have a trial for Jackson DiCarlo recorded for you wonderful listeners.
Yeah.
Okay, and some other wonderful segments, such as Just the Facts and the Weekly Chat. Should I get like a lawyer?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Let's start with our local news prepared by Topher Elkins and sports prepared by Josh Schmitt, along with weather updates prepared by Jules Hoepting. What's going on in the news, Topher?
Upsetting news for fairgoers this upcoming summer. The Chautauqua County Fair has postponed to next year in 2022. This was announced on the fair's Facebook page on Tuesday. The change was due to COVID-19 concerns. The new date for the fair will be July 18th to the 24th in 2022. On the Facebook post, the president of the Fair Board, Dave Wilson, said, quote, "The impact of the fair's postponement will be felt far beyond the loss of our annual celebration. We are heartbroken for the second year in a row for the small businesses, family farms, competitors, exhibitors, and everyone who relies on the income and exposure that the Chautauqua County Fair brings them," end quote. This will be the third time since the fair's opening in 1881 that the fair will not run.
Hello everyone, I'm Josh Schmitt here with your High Noon Friday sports update. In local Fredonia news, the women's softball team has been eliminated from playoffs last night after Geneseo beat Brockport in both games of a doubleheader. The team swept Oswego in both games on Wednesday, which allowed them to stay in the playoff race, but they needed Geneseo and Brockport to split yesterday. The men's baseball team will also be playing a doubleheader against Cortland on Saturday to close out their season. Congratulations to all teams and seniors on an amazing year under incredible circumstances. In the NHL, the New York Rangers face a $250,000 fine along with a few player suspensions after Tuesday's game against the Washington Capitals. Previously on Sunday, the two teams played each other and forward Tom Wilson of the Capitals had two dirty hits on star Rangers player that only resulted in a $5,000 fine. On Monday, the Rangers called for the NHL to appeal this and give him a longer or more costly suspension, along with the removal of the head of Department of Player Safety. The league claimed that this statement was unfair to the head of the department and fined the team. On Tuesday, the two teams squared off again where there were 100 penalty minutes given out in the first period because of fights and penalties. The NHL still has yet to announce if there will be any other ramifications for the teams. For the final time this semester and for my college career, you've been listening to your High Noon Friday sports update on WDVL 89.5 The Inferno and WCVF 88.9 The Voice. Have a good weekend, everyone.
The Northern Chautauqua Weather Update, being brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems.
Good afternoon, Fredonia. It's your weather girl here, Jules Hoepting with, well, you guessed it, your 5-day weather forecast. All right, so are you enjoying that steady, somewhat predictable spring weather that we've been having? Well, guess what? It's actually going to continue like that. I know. Shocker. All right, today, rain before 2 p.m., then a chance of showers after 2 p.m. High near 45, northeast wind 10 to 13 miles per hour. Tonight, slight possibility of showers before 9 p.m., then a chance of showers after 1 a.m. Predominantly cloudy with a low around 38. Tomorrow, chance of showers mainly before 2 p.m., partly sunny with a high near 51, west wind 9 to 16 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, partially cloudy with a low around 37. West wind 5 to 11 miles per hour with gusts as high as 21 miles per hour. Sunday, possibility of showers after 2 p.m. Mostly sunny with a high near 55. Sunday night, chance of showers continues, mainly cloudy with a low around 41. Monday, partly sunny with a high near 55. Monday night, partly cloudy with a low around 39. Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high near 54. And that concludes your 5-day weather forecast. And let's bring it on back to your hosts.
Thanks, Topher, Josh, and Jules. We're going to dive right into our weekly segments. To start here is just the opinions.
Welcome to Just the Opinions, where we talk about just opinions, only opinions, and no facts. We're not affiliated with Just the Facts. We don't know what that is. Anyway, I'm here today with my friends Alex
Hello.
and Hunter.
Hello.
Alex, why don't you start us off?
I've got a good opinion today. I
We'll
have a
see.
very good opinion. Can't wait to rock your world with this opinion, guys.
Okay.
You are online, not in line.
No,
What?
you're in line.
Do you want to explain that, please?
You're online.
Explain it
Can
for
you give us some
viewers.
context?
Yeah. So say you are with a group of people, right?
Uh-huh.
And you're trying to order a sandwich at Tim's or get on a roller coaster. You form in the shape of a line. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're making an imaginary line on the ground that everybody is following to get to that destination. You're
Yes.
on that line. So you're online.
Okay. So we in normal people world call it inline because you're entering the queue of people waiting.
You're in
You're
the
not
line
s-
of people.
We don't mean like you're standing on an imaginary line on the ground because who pictures it like that? You're crazy. You're like a math person or something. Like we imagine it as we're entering the line, so we're going in line.
See, but the thing is, I'm gonna expose you real quick. You agreed with me last night, Chloe.
I did not.
Yes,
I
you did.
agreed. I agreed in
You
the
g-
sense. Listen,
You agreed on the sense of statistics.
on the sense of
She
statistics.
did agree.
She
Dim-
did agree.
So dimensionally, a line.
You were caught in
She-
4K.
Yes, you would be
4K.
standing on the line. Yes.
Yes, standing
But
on
that's
line.
not how we're looking at it. That's not how normal people look at getting in line to go somewhere.
No, you're online. I know I'm in the minority in this. This is strictly a Long Island City thing,
Right.
but I'm correct.
Let me say I understand what you're saying, but
Yes.
it is very bizarre to Hunter and I, from being from Western New York area,
Mhm.
to hear that. Anyway, Hunter, what opinions do you have?
Well,
Can't wait to fight
I'm
this.
glad you
opinion.
asked.
I don't actually know what yours is. I forgot.
Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles are trash.
No.
No, 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 no.
No. Okay.
False.
Why do you say that?
Yeah.
Give me some reasoning behind
You
it, and then I'll
pour-
tell you you're wrong.
You pour those in there.
Yeah.
You have them with milk every
Mhm.
time. Okay. You
Right.
cannot have cereal without milk. Well, you can, but very little cereals allow you to have it without milk.
Okay.
Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles, you put them in milk. You eat like 3 spoonfuls, and everything is already mush.
Okay, let me help you with that. So, with those types of cereals, because they're so thin and they have so much surface area around them exposed, they're gonna get soggy faster.
Yes, and soggy cereal is trash.
So what you do is you reduce the amount of milk in the bowl. I'm a cereal expert actually
Yes.
because I consume cereal a lot. You don't put as much milk. You cannot douse those in milk. The light amount of milk allows you to keep the crunch, especially with Cocoa Pebbles. That's my favorite thing. It's a minimal amount of milk. It's enough to like stir it around in
If
there
you're-
and get milk in the spoonful, but it won't saturate them.
If you're lowering the amount of milk that you put in them,
Yes.
why don't you just eat them without milk?
Because then it's not as
All you're doing is
good.
just sprinkling on milk onto them,
You don't sprinkle milk.
obviously.
You know what? I don't want as much tomato sauce on my pasta today. I think I'm just gonna go without tomato sauce.
Exactly.
Because that's the logic you're running with. You're running with Hunter. That makes no
Yeah.
sense. What was that
Why?
argument? Well, I'm losing some of this, so I may as well just have none of it. I'll
I mean, yeah.
suffer.
You don't lose it. You just add less. It's like
For
a
milk,
recipe.
you're going all or nothing.
What do you mean
You
you're
just-
going all or
You
nothing?
just add less.
How? All right, actually, say you have a bowl of cereal. How far do you fill it up with milk? Do you fill it up past the cereal?
Absolutely not. That's way
No.
too much.
Way
I
too
don't. I don't
much.
either.
It's a little bit enough to make the cereal like remain crunchy and not be like a soggy mess like you clearly do. It's just enough to like still remain the shape of the cereal.
Like a quarter part milk, 3/4 cereal.
yeah, maybe
You're pulling like a half and half situation here.
I do about half and half.
That's wrong.
maybe
That's way
slightly
too
more
much
cereal
milk.
than milk.
I do about half and half.
That's wrong.
And then I like to push the cereal down under the milk.
I think the issue here is
Yeah.
that you don't know how to eat cereal.
You did
I'm
almost
a
drown.
cereal
listen,
connoisseur.
Listen.
No, you're
No,
not.
no.
Because
you're
your
not.
favorite
You're
was,
not.
was Golden,
Golden
Grahams.
Grahams.
That is not my favorite.
Listen,
Yeah,
you
well, you said
almost,
that on air.
Up
Hunter,
there.
You said-
Hunter, listen to me. You almost drowned while eating a bowl of cereal. I don't want to hear it.
I was being stupid.
That.
And you're
not a
also being
lot.
stupid with your milk consumption.
False.
Exactly.
What do you mean
exactly.
false?
I'm sorry you just don't like milk.
I enjoy milk occasionally.
It's just.
Crunchy
It's
cere-
not that he doesn't like milk.
What do you mean? Cereal is crunchy.
Yeah.
It's supposed to have crunch to it.
So put a little bit of milk on it. And and my exact point here.
What?
About halfway through, Hunter
Hunter.
realized he was in the wrong.
Hunter,
What?
listen.
You just
Listen,
argued for a
You
small
argued
amount
for
of milk.
our point.
I did not say a small amount
You
of milk.
did.
Yes, it is. You said
I said
Sprinkle
pour
it on
milk
there.
on there.
Pour a little bit of milk
No.
on it. We're gonna roll back the tape.
Roll
I
it
did
back.
say pour a
Roll it
little
back.
bit. I know I did.
Yes,
But
that's
pour
that's
milk
what
on
I'm doing.
there.
Pour a little bit of milk.
No.
Yes.
No.
We're rolling back the tape.
It's not that he doesn't like milk.
What do you mean? Cereal is crunchy.
Yeah.
It's supposed to have crunch to it.
So put a little bit of milk on it.
We
Roll it
already
back.
we already rolled
We
back
already
the tape.
did.
Okay, whatever. I
We've
said it.
returned.
Doesn't mean I agree with it.
Hunter.
What?
What?
Well, there's that one settled.
Oh my god.
Are you ready for my opinion?
Fruity Pebbles
I
and
think,
Cocoa Pebbles suck.
No,
No.
stop. That's enough.
Yeah.
I think my opinion. I think we can all agree on it, and if you don't agree, then I don't associate myself with you. So chocolate is not as good as vanilla. Vanilla is like way superior.
For what?
Like especially for cakes, but also like ice creams, just like the flavor in general.
I get behind that. If I have a choice between vanilla and chocolate, I'm going vanilla.
Same. And it's not that I don't like chocolate, but like when people do like triple decker, like chocolate cakes with chocolate like frosting and
That's
chocolate fudge,
so
that's
much
too much
chocolate.
chocolate. Like I enjoy chocolate. Like I'll have chocolate ice cream every once in a while. But like if vanilla's there, I choose vanilla. Thank you for tuning in to Just the Opinions, where we talk about just opinions, only opinions, and no facts. We won't see you next week because we are now going to finals week and then summer vacation, but we will see you next semester. Thank you.
Another great segment from the Just the Opinions crew. Next up is the weekly chat with Spencer Eisenhauer.
Hello and welcome to the weekly chat. My name is Spencer Eisenhauer and I'll be your host. Today we're going to focus on the Earth and specifically what the Earth is made of. Now, if you think the Earth is just one big round ball, well, you're sort of right, but you're mainly wrong, because the Earth is made up of many layers. The crust, which is the top layer, which we walk, drive, run, and do our day-to-day activities on. Under the crust is the mantle, which is the thickest part of the Earth, coming in at 1,800 miles. Under the mantle, we have the outer core, and then the center of the Earth is the inner core, which is about 5,200 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a little toasty. Now, the Earth is made up in the center of mainly molten rock and magma. Also, there is an abundance of nickel and iron and many other materials that generate the electrical force around the Earth. Now, this electrical force is vital because without it, we would be subjected to harmful radiation from the sun. The magnetic field around the Earth also creates the aurora borealis, or as many other people know it as, the northern lights. Now, to go into a little more detail about how the magnetic field around the Earth is created, back when the Earth was starting to just form, all those rocks came together and smashed into each other, and as that happened, they spun faster and faster, creating the rotation of the Earth. Now, keep in mind, this took billions of years, but the spinning rotation of the Earth is kind of like a blender in a way. So this rotation spins all of that iron and nickel and hot magma in the center of the Earth to generate a concoction that we know as the magnetic field. Now, the Earth isn't just one big sheet of rock that covers the whole planet. It's split up into many different continents and countries and all that sort of stuff. These are called plate boundaries. In 1912, Alfred Wegener proposed the idea of Pangea, which basically stated that a long, long time ago, millions of years ago in fact, all of the continents were glued together to form a supercontinent known as Pangea. Now, these plates are basically just floating on top of the mantle in a way. Earthquakes are basically the movement of plates under our feet, and they're so massive and heavy that it causes mass destruction. Those are just the continental earthquakes. The oceanic plate earthquakes are much more severe because the oceanic crust is much thinner, however, it's much more dense. And the polar opposite for continental crust, which is thicker and less dense. Because think about it, all the weight of that water is crushing the crust down to a very thin point. But all that water saturates the crust and makes it extremely heavy. Now, an earthquake formed underwater can be catastrophic. And what I mean by this is that it can create tsunamis, which are ginormous waves that wreak havoc on many cities, unfortunately taking the lives of many people. Tsunamis can be created from subduction zones, which are basically two plates subducting underneath one another. It's kind of like the Earth is swallowing or eating another plate. It's a weird way to look at it, but hey, it makes sense. The same thing can go for continental crust too. You could have subduction zones, transform boundaries, convergent boundaries, and divergent boundaries. Divergent boundaries are basically two plates moving apart from each other, creating huge valleys. Under the sea, these are called rift zones, or mid-ocean ridges. Convergent boundaries under the sea sometimes form volcanoes, or just mountain ranges. This also is true for continental crust. The Himalayas, the Andes, all those huge mountain ranges are formed from convergent boundaries. And transform boundaries are the sliding of two plates past each other, which can also create rift zones and many earthquakes across the globe. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to the weekly chat. I really do appreciate it. Tune in next week for another episode. You're listening to 88.9 WCVF, the campus and community voice of Fredonia, and 89.5 WDVL, the Inferno, right here on High Noon Friday. And until next time, I'll talk to you then.
Thanks for the segment. Now to bring it back to Topher with the international news.
In national news, it's official, there are 4 new members of the Video Game Hall of Fame. This year's class includes Animal Crossing, Microsoft Flight Simulator, StarCraft, and Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Officials from the Strong National Museum of Play in Rochester, where the World Video Game Hall of Fame is located, made the announcement during a virtual ceremony on Thursday. These inductees were chosen from other finalists including Call of Duty, Farmville, FIFA International Soccer, Guitar Hero, Mattel Football, Pole Position, Portal, and Tron. These finalists were chosen from thousands of nominations, and players could vote in a Player's Choice poll. Like every year, the games are judged based on 4 categories: icon status, longevity, geographical reach, and influence.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in what would normally be another segment of trivia. But for today, things will be a bit different. We have to start out by apologizing today. Throughout this entire year of High Noon Friday trivia, Jackson DiCarlo has been on a winning streak, making it seem as if he may never be beaten. However, it has been brought to the attention of the producers, just myself in this instance, that Jackson may have been cheating. Through an anonymous tip, it was mentioned that a number of points that Jackson had been scoring throughout the season were unusually spontaneous, and it was those points that led to his victory. Through an investigation authorized by the U.S. Supreme Court, it was shown that this was true, and in today's unusual trial, Jackson will be proven either innocent or guilty in an unusual way. This trial is unusual in nature, as it is Jackson that will be deciding his own fate in a game of trivia. If he truly is the trivia master that he's portrayed himself to be throughout this entire year, then he should be able to win another game of trivia absolutely flawlessly. He warns Jackson, if you get any of these questions wrong, they will negatively impact the decision of the trial, and the jury will let you know that they got the answer wrong. So let's introduce the jury. The jury, if you want to unmute yourselves and introduce yourselves at this current moment, that would be great. Everyone, unmute yourself. And introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Hi, Italy. I'm Chloe. Hello, guys. I'm glad to be here. Howdy. Really glad to be here. Really excited.
Belly, your most attractive friend.
There's the jury. So, Jackson, with the jury well introduced, are you ready to proceed?
So I don't have a lawyer. It's just me. Okay. Yeah, I can. Okay. Sure.
It's just
right.
you. Having a fun game of trivia, and every single time you get a question wrong, don't worry, the jury will let you know. They'll definitely scream that you did not get the question.
I'll make sure my Fifth Amendment right is being observed here. So, Fifth Amendment right, Alex? I don't know if I got that question right in the common law test.
You, not really.
Okay, well that's a good sign. Sixth Amendment.
So let's get it started.
Yay!
So the first question in this trial is: in a High Noon Friday segment known as Walken's, Christopher Walken was once saved by a ship when he was stranded at sea. When he asked for water to drink after he got picked up, he was given another drink instead. What was the drink, Jackson? Was it a coconut with a, quote, fancy umbrella in it? Was it rum? Was it cherry Pepsi? Or was it milk?
Gonna go with the coconut.
Alright, guys. That answer was incorrect.
So wrong.
You goofy goofy.
Come on.
What a disgrace answer.
You dirty dog.
Alright. Would you like to try again, Jax?
Am I allowed to? Does that give me more points? Or do I have to keep going until I get it right? Or how's this work?
Well, this one is technically wrong, but we will count it, like a point against you instead if you do get the second one.
Was one of them Cherry Coke?
One of them was Cherry Pepsi. It was
The Cherry
three
Pepsi.
You're gonna guess Cherry Pepsi?
Yeah.
Alright, jury, you know what to do.
You poor soul.
Oh my god!
Silly goose. Why so silly? Gosh.
Alright, Jackson. Sadly, that was incorrect. That is 1 point against you into your guilt. So far, you are a very guilty individual. The
I'm
correct
also
answer...
a very not person who has listened to Walken's World, so...
Listen, even if you didn't know, you're really good at trivia. You should know the rules of the trade, and you should know...
Oh yeah, for, you know, pop culture, history, science...
No, still against you. For the record, though, he got picked up by pirates in that episode. He had to fight off...
That I remember. I remember a swashbuckling segment.
Yep. So
I heard it
sense
for
he had
3
to-
minutes my freshman year. And that's what I heard.
makes sense.
I heard, oh no! Somalian pirates! And there was like sword
Yep.
sounds. What was the answer? Was it
Question
rum?
two, Jack- It was rum, yeah.
Classic.
Question 2, Jackson. Hopefully this one you can get right, or maybe you'll be on a losing streak.
We'll find out.
We have saved many segments of campus karaoke from previous years onto our Google Drive folder.
None of which I've heard.
But what was what was the one song that our previous GM, Noah, couldn't sing because it was too difficult? Was it Metro
Never met
Station's
Noah.
Shakin'? Was it Tony Basil's Hey Mickey? Was it the All-American Rejects' Dirty Little Secret? Or was it Shania Twain's Man, I Feel Like a Woman? And this one you should know because we have used these segments multiple times.
I've heard the Hey Mickey one go on air. I don't know any of those other songs.
We have used all of these songs. All of them have been aired, but Noah had trouble doing all of them.
So he had
This
trouble
one in
doing all of them.
particularly- This one in particularly,
Uh-huh.
he just did not even attempt to try. So
Okay.
which one was it?
So I don't think it's Hey Mickey because that one's easy. It's pretty low in the register. What are the other ones? Man, I Feel Like a Woman. Is that a song?
Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain.
Who the hell is
Dirty
Shania
Little Secret.
Twain?
Man,
Insulted.
are you
I am
serious?
insulted.
Is that Mark
You're
Twain's sister, potentially?
joking.
Man, I Feel Like a Woman. What does it sound like?
Play it at Walmart.
Oh, okay. I don't think that one goes high either. What are the other two?
Dirty Little Secret by All American Rejects or Shake It on Metro Station.
Shake It. What the hell are these songs? The first one.
The first one is correct. If the jury can give him a little clap, a little round of applause.
Couldn't tell you what that song is or what it sounds like.
That one's correct, though.
Nor could I describe Noah physically or his personality.
The reason why he couldn't sing it was because he had trouble with the breathing. He didn't know where to
breathing?
breathe, and he said, yeah, he didn't know where to breathe throughout the entire song. And in his take, he did not breathe a single time. And at the end of it, he said, "When are you supposed to breathe in this?" And that was also left in the take on it.
Okay. So far I've been asked 2 questions about stuff that I haven't been around for.
Oh yeah, that is like a little bit of a history lesson. We'll get into some stuff that
Okay.
you definitely should know. I mean, you
Okay.
should know all of it as a producer.
Nope. Nope.
But yeah. Question 3, Jackson.
All right.
Which of these movies was not reviewed by the retired High Noon Friday segment, Cineplex
I
Reflection?
hate Cineplex and Reflection.
Was it Venom? Was it Predator? Was it The Belko Experiment? Or was it Kin?
Just not?
Which was not reviewed on air. Or on the segment.
It's a shame I tuned them out so frequently because I was like, yeah, these guys have no talent or speaking voice, so I don't want to hear them. The whatever experiment, I'm pretty sure they did. Because that sounds like some lame stuff they'd cover.
Belko Experiment?
Venom is an option. Venom sounds a bit recent. That was my freshman year that came out. And I don't know if they were still making content for that. Were they? I don't even know who these people are. I couldn't name them or what. Was it part of Jesse's audio class? I think that was still in like conjunction at the time.
It was still in conjunction. They were through Machinima Production. Remember that whole
Well, they also they plugged. That's where they put their show. That's not where they made the show, though.
Jax, we're gonna need an answer. This is looking awfully suspicious on your character.
All right, if you say so, I'm gonna go with Venom.
Is Venom correct, jury?
Incorrect.
Unbelievable. Failure.
I don't understand, like, why you would think that.
Useless.
Jackson, that was incorrect in case you didn't know. You could pick.
really?
You could pick another one if you want.
D. Don't even know what D
Kin?
is. I'm saying D.
D is Kin. Do you want to go with Kin?
Sure.
Jury?
That's also this is ridiculous.
Again.
You're a trivia warlock? Unbelievable.
Jackson, that was also incorrect. We have 2 more choices left. It's either Predator or the Velcro Experiment.
Predator is in the remake with Keegan-Michael Key in it.
Yes. Or the
They came out
Velcro
around the
Experiment.
same time. I don't even know what the Velcro Experiment is. Just sounds like some highbrow nonsense they talk about that. I'll go with that one.
The Velcro Experiment is correct, Jackson. Congratulations. You did it, Jackson.
Killing
So, they did not do the Velcro Experiment. But, fun fact
Did you
about
listen to all of these again to like figure this
yeah,
out?
I did.
Why?
I did.
No one listened to them the first time, including me.
Because I needed trivia, Jackson. And for the record, this segment was the longest segment that was played on Air Weekly to date, sometimes clocking in at longer than 10 minutes. So I went through all of them and listened to.
Last week's
every
trivia was
single-
42 minutes, Matt. You want to tell me that was the longest trivia? That was the longest segment we've had on High Noon?
Well, no, segment as in like pre-recorded segment. I mean, like
Which
I know
was
this-
what was trivia then?
Well, I mean, this year it's pre-recorded, but before it, it's recorded. But usually it's live. You know what I mean, Jack?
He's taking my digs right into This is question
Jackson,
4
I'm
now.
adding
It's been
another-
12
I'm adding an
minutes.
I'm adding an extra guild points.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I am the judge here. My role on this Discord server says Supreme Judge, so I will do that. Question number 4, Jackson. The first appearance of trivia on High Noon Friday was almost 3 years ago, your freshman year, starting on November 2nd, 2018. What was the first category of questions that was used on that day?
Guess he
Was
wasn't
it-
listening to High Noon that day because he was in class.
Oh, Jackson. Was it celebrity trivia? Was it food trivia? Was it radio trivia? Or was it music trivia?
Music trivia.
Alright, jury.
Wrong-o.
Unbelievable. This is like insane. This is ridiculous. I looked up to you. This ain't good.
So embarrassing.
Alright, Jackson. You want to give it another shot?
Does it give me anything?
It can give you half a point back towards your innocence.
I don't know. Food trivia.
Man, 2 wrong in a row.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable. This is Jackson. This is ridiculous.
Guilty about to say.
One more shot at it, Jackson. It's either celebrity
Radio
trivia.
trivia.
Or radio trivia?
Oh my god.
You
This is
dirty
so
dog.
sad.
Unbelievable. No longer a cool cat.
You should know the stats. Know the facts. Obviously.
Jackson, that was incorrect. The correct answer was celebrity trivia.
Yeah.
For that one. For the record, the first question on that episode was about Paris Hilton and how a hacker doxed all of her friends' personal information online. So, Jackson, those 4 questions were about history. Now we're going into something that
Yeah,
you
really
should
about history.
definitely- I will give you the benefit of the doubt.
Sure.
Those 4 questions were different.
Stacked against me,
You should have known
yeah.
them. No, you should have known them as a producer and an avid fan of High Noon Friday.
I've never been a fan of High Noon Friday. I was
I'll
asked to
give
come on
you-
and I did.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah.
But from here on out, you should know these questions, these answers. To
That
these
goes for you
questions.
guys too, who are going to be on High Noon next year. You're supposed to have all those memorized, apparently, as producers. Just fun
right.
fact. That's
We're
never
already there,
anything
Jackson.
that's
We've
brought
been
up.
Yeah, we're already there. We have
Okay.
these answers.
Just wanted to make
asked
sure that
them-
you guys were in the know, because I was not.
See, I actually went to the producers for next year, and I was like, "Hey, you guys know these questions?" And they knew it right away. It was really they
Oh,
didn't
yeah?
need the multiple.
Is that just the truth? Is that just the facts?
just the
It's
fact.
just
That is
facts. Yep.
That is
Just a
just
fact.
facts? You want to say that's just a fact to me?
That's just a fact.
Yep.
Right.
All right, Jackson. Question number 5. High Noon Friday has had an hour-long segment, 2019 Radiothon at 12 a.m. where the winner of the trivia segment won an actual prize. What was the prize that was given away at the 2019 Radiothon?
Have you ever given out prizes for the show, Matt? I don't think since you've taken it over, you've given out an actual prize.
This one actually did happen.
Oh yeah.
What was the prize that was actually given away?
Okay.
Was it A, a $10 gift card to Walmart? Was it B, a gift basket with chocolates, soft socks, a blanket, and a mug with hot cocoa mix in it? Was it C, a $25 Amazon gift card? Or D, the winner would host the next Tiny Friday episode in the future?
Gift basket.
Wrong.
Amazon gift card.
This is
Yeah.
one right.
Incomprehensible. How does, like...
Amazon
No.
gift card.
That's also wrong.
Wrong again.
Walmart gift card.
Amazon gift card with this is the college radio
This is
station.
sad.
Come on.
Why
This
would
is
you
sad.
think that?
Dirty dog.
The answer was a $10 gift card to Walmart.
That's what I said.
No.
That's what I just said, and you said no.
You said Amazon.
You
I just said
said
Walmart
yeah.
again. I said gift basket, then Amazon, then Walmart gift card.
Oh, for the third time, then
Oh yeah, sure, for
We'll
my third guess.
For your third guess, fine. We'll give you half the innocent point back just because there was a little.
So where am I at right now?
Right now, you are currently at. Well, what is that? Question 5. Question 5. You are at 2.5 guilty points.
2.5 guilty points?
2.5 guilty points.
2.5 guilty points.
Guilty points, yes.
And how many
As in,
innocent points do I have?
You have 1 guilty point because you got 1 correct.
Wait,
I mean, 1 innocent point because you got 1 correct.
right. And how many
Yes.
guilty points do I have?
2.5. I've written this down.
That is wrong.
2.5 guilty points.
That can't be
No,
correct.
No, it's right because I gave you an extra guilty point. Do you remember that?
But we've gone through 5 questions,
Yes.
and I only have 2.5 guilty points?
Yeah, because each
And I've gotten
you've
one
got
right.
You've
Is
gotten
it
1 right. and then
0.5?
the 4 questions.
I get
4
guilty, or
questions
is
that
it
you
1
get-
whole point I get for guilty?
No. For each question,
I get
you've gotten
wrong.
0.5 guilty points.
Oh, they're worth
Because
half a
you-
point? Why are they worth half a point?
Because you did get them right on the second and third guesses.
Oh, so they're half a guilty and not half an innocent?
No, it's just all right, Jackson. Here we go.
Okay, so I'm at 2.5 guilty points
2.5 guilty points
and 1 whole innocent point.
because you got that one correct on the first guess. Each guilty
Okay.
point, each question is worth either 1 innocent point or 1 guilty point. If you get
Yeah.
it completely wrong, then it's worth 1 guilty point. But since you're getting some right on the second and third guesses, it takes 0.5 points away from that 1 point. So you have 0.5
Okay.
for each. And then I gave you 0.5 guilty points because you're talking about getting that 1 extra. You
So
have
it's
2.5
2.5 guilty points.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm keeping track of this.
great.
Question 6, Jackson.
6.
Question 6. On the first episode of the new segment, Just the Facts,
Great.
hosts Chloe, Alex, and Hunter talked about pineapple on pizza.
Mhm.
What was their stance on pineapple on pizza?
Don't
Was
know,
it
didn't
A,
listen.
they all dislike pineapple on pizza? Was it B, Chloe and Hunter disliked pineapple on their pizza, but Alex liked it a lot? Was it C, they all liked it and they told their audience to quote, grow up? Or D, they were neutral on the topping and said, I could take it or leave it.
What? It was,
was-
they all liked it. Alex
It
liked
was-
it. They said grow up, or they said whatever.
Or they said, I could take it or leave it.
B.
Wrong-o.
You don't
So
even.
did you not
Unbelievable. And you not like Just the Facts, bro? You not like Just the Facts, bro? Bruh.
Why wouldn't
Incredibly
you listen
disappointing.
to your
Unbelievable.
own show?
Not my show. I'm gonna say C.
No, Jackson.
Grow up. Unbelievable. This is ridiculous.
This is very, very ridiculous. You're so
Also gonna say
I
D
thought-
for my final answer.
You got it all wrong. You don't like Just the Facts. What is this?
Gonna have to check
You're
out Just the
fake
Facts
fan.
on YouTube.
That's how you score.
We're not friends.
Never said I was a fan. Just said
No.
I added it.
Anymore, Jackson.
The
Dirty dog.
answer was that they all dislike pineapple on their pizza. So that is one whole guilty point.
I thought you said they all liked it.
They all disliked it.
Oh, I said they all liked it. They all whatever. Okay, I got it wrong.
For the record, on the episode, Alex stated, "I'm strictly against pineapple on pizza." This is a quote. "I'm strictly against pineapple on pizza. Those flavors do not go together.
I'd
My
agree.
mom loves pineapple on pizza, so I am no longer her child."
That was me.
That was you.
That was Alex. In case you haven't listened yet, to everyone that is here that has not listened to Just the Facts.
This live trial has been brought to you by Just the
By
Facts.
Yep.
Been brought to you by Just the Facts, where we talk about
This
just facts,
criminal
only facts,
investigation.
no opinions, just facts.
Exactly.
Check it out on
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
So question 7, Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
This year we have had many reoccurring guests on this trivia segment.
Okay.
But who has been on the most? Was it A, Casio Fonseca? Is it B, Sarah Gordon? Is it C, Alex Erwin? Or is it D, Olivia Rocaz?
Sarah.
Congratulations! Give them a round of applause for that one.
Gee, it's almost as if I had a direct hand in
Finally,
that
wow.
Oh my goodness.
That one is correct. Yeah, Sarah has been on a total of 5 times, as opposed to the next runner-up, who was Olivia,
Olivia.
who was on 3 times.
Yeah, I know that.
Dedication.
Shocking.
Hey, stop! Listen, the last one was literally on one of the first episodes that we've done together this year. So
Okay, it doesn't mean I listened to it and I put it all together though.
all right.
That's not my job. I edit together, and that's what I do.
Question number 8, Jackson.
Sure.
When was the last day High Noon Friday was on air before COVID forced us all home? Was it A, February 27th?
Nope.
B, March 6th?
Maybe.
C, March 13th? Or D, March 20th?
March 20th.
Sorry, buddy. No.
Unbelievable.
Week before that.
No, we were already.
No.
So
That is
disappointed.
bad. You should have known
The
that.
world had already changed by then.
Gosh.
The what
Bad
change?
memories.
The world.
Who?
The world.
The world?
Yeah, the world had already changed by then.
13th.
13th is correct.
Yeah, that's right.
Was the 13th in which we were all home. For the record,
We were all
The show
home on
was-
the 13th, or we were on air on the 13th?
no, we were on air the 13th. That was
That's
last
what I was
time.
Yeah.
asking.
Because on the 6th, we were in New York City.
That's right.
We left for the New York City.
It's true.
For the record
It
on
was
that
fine.
show, though, the show was actually really sad. We all tried to get through it, but we didn't know what was going on, and no one really knew what to do, so it was kind of just a bummer all around.
Yeah, I was on that one.
Yeah, shout out to everyone there. Question number 9. That is coming from the U.S. Supreme Court. They told me to give a shout out.
Yeah, shout
Question
out.
number 9. For the sports section of High Noon Friday shows, what was the first music that was ever tested out to play as their intro?
Wii Music. Wii Sports.
Okay, jury, is that correct?
Nope.
It's even more sad that you were that confident. And you
That's
still
wrong.
got
It's
it
the only
wrong.
one I remember.
Yeah, you remember it,
Wrong.
but
Fix that.
Wrong.
was not.
All right, yeah. All right, Jackson. Let me read these out to you. So it's not Wii Sports music. That was on there.
That's
But
what we
was
used
it?
for Crescenzo.
Was it B, the Fox Sports intro music? Was it C, it wasn't music, it was just a loud cheering bed. Or D, was it a non-copyright baseball organ song found on YouTube?
Probably the Fox one.
Jury.
No.
Wrong.
Nope.
It's probably the copyright free one.
Also wrong.
Where did this cheering bed come from? We had a cheering bed, why wouldn't we use it? We have a bed of cheering.
Because we did the Wii song and we all loved it.
Yeah.
The bed was too big to fit in the station, guys. We had to get rid of it.
Yeah, we just not lie down on it.
What happened was, there used to not be an intro for sports at all, but then we decided to spice it up and use the cheering 5 minutes before a segment aired one day, and then we upgraded it for the Wii Sports music. But now, since it's pre-recorded, Josh usually takes care of it, and he doesn't put one in there, so which is also weird. All right, Jackson, you have a bit of a rocky suspicion against your guilt right now, but you can come back from this.
Yeah?
You can.
What's the score?
Score right now, as it stands, you have 4.5 guilty points, and you have 3 innocent points.
I have 3.
3 innocent points.
What's the third
Question.
one?
You got. Let's see. Sarah won, right?
Yeah.
You got the. Oh, okay. So then we'll take one away. You only have 2 innocent points. Congratulations. You've negatively impacted your own score.
Okay, I figured this was a fair trial.
This is a fair trial. It could have been even more fair in your favor.
That doesn't sound fair if I'm getting points that I'm not supposed to earn. Isn't that why I'm here in the first place?
The U.S. Supreme Court is the advisor for it is looking at me right now and giving me a shake of the head. So I also get a negative unfair point. Question number 10. Onion Friday has posted on all FRS social media accounts. But what social media account does FRS not have? Is it Facebook, LinkedIn, Tumblr, or Reddit?
We have 3 of those.
We have 3 of those.
I'd be surprised if we had a Reddit account.
That's
We have a
That
Reddit
is
account?
correct.
Okay.
That's correct. Good
I was
job.
like, why the hell would we
That
have
is
a Reddit
correct.
account?
Could you imagine though?
You get
That would be
Oh my
amazing.
god.
Tumblr
That'd be
sounds like a
amazing.
demographic. No offense.
For the record, that's literally what I had written down for the record thing. Imagine we had an FRS subreddit. That would be disgusting. But we do have a Tumblr account, which is weird. The last update was in 2016, but we do have one.
Tumblr is actually how we started the website. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah, it started as a Tumblr account and then moved to like an actual website.
That's amazing.
Tumblr would probably be the better alternative, honestly, with what we have now.
Yeah. I totally forget what website service we use.
Wix.
Anyway,
I know that.
It's Wix, yeah.
question 11. On the segment Community Game, starring Kyle Osmond,
Oh wait, that's a good one.
Which
I was thinking something else.
which of these people did Kyle not interview? Was it the judge himself, Matthew Gillespie?
He did.
Was it-
He interviewed you for Man of the Moon. And he played the
Was it Jennifer
segment, and then
House?
immediately afterwards I said, wait a minute, you're talented. Remember that? That was funny.
Aw, that's so sweet.
You're gonna make me blush right now. Here, I'm gonna give you 0.5.
Don't give me anything
That's
for that.
fair.
Just me. No,
wait.
Don't give me anything for it.
Okay, Jackson. Was it me, the judge Matthew Gillespie? Was it Jenna Ratowski? Was it Max Kaczynski? Or was it Alex Vasilov? Which of these people did he not interview?
Probably did Alex Vasilov because he probably was in a band or something at one point. Who was C?
Max Kaczynski.
Max Kaczynski. I don't even know who that is. Max Kaczynski. Jenna in a band. Jenna plays something. She's pretty cool. Something before that. I'm gonna go with Jenna.
Wrong. That's wrong.
That is false. That is not a fact.
No.
Big sad. Come on, man. So sad.
It's probably Max then. I don't know who Max is, but
Also wrong.
No.
Still not winning any favors there.
No.
wasn't Alex Vasilov in like 4 different bands though?
Yeah, but Kyle's smart enough not to interview him. No, I'm kidding. Yikes.
Tragic, right?
Podcast
Fun.
elimination. Yeah, Alex Vasilov was actually never interviewed by Kyle on that segment. Kyle did the segment for a class, but was able to record a lot more of the segments because he enjoyed doing it.
Yeah, I heard one of them and it was yours.
Question 12, Jackson.
This is the last
12,
one. Is this it?
This is it.
So
your current standing is
I-
that you are at
Yeah, that's it.
a solid 5 guilty points and 3 innocent points.
Wait, no, never mind. I'm still hung up on the
So-
half-point thing.
Yeah. Question 12 is not a multiple choice question.
Okay.
How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this trial? Do you think this trial, or do you think you're guilty, or do you think you're innocent?
I'd like to bring attention to a few factors, if I may.
Right.
I think the scoring system is whack, for one. I
Okay.
also think that a number of the questions were unfair, as I had absolutely no interaction with several of those things, and if I did, it was in passing. The few I did, I knew, and the few I didn't, well, I didn't. But I do want to call attention to another thing, is that I, fun fact, do not do any of the scoring for High Noon. I write it down, but I don't determine who gets those points. And I don't determine who wins at the end of a segment. Every time we decide who wins at the end of a trivia segment, I say, Matt, who won? And I turn it to you. Every time. If you may, I'm going to now play the end of every High Noon episode we've had so far, and play you announcing me as the winner each time. In fact, you gave me 1.5 innocent points without my consent this very trial. So I'd like to say, is it me who's guilty for winning, or is it you for declaring me the winner?
Jury, don't listen to him. He's a liar. He's a liar, and he doesn't know what he's talking
Just listen to it for yourself. Here it goes. Here it goes.
Jackson DiCarlo from last year still stays reigning champion yet again.
Who wins?
You tell me.
Oh, we forgot to mention Jackson at the end of it because he was the one doing the acting of all the comics. He gets the major acting point, which is 25 points. Jackson DiCarlo, you are the winner. He wins with 20 whole points. Jackson, you are the winner. Drumroll, please. The winner is Jackson DiCarlo.
Drumroll, please. Jackson DiCarlo, the winner, once again taking it home for the gold. He's got multiple trophies. Drumroll.
Don't drumroll.
Jackson DiCarlo, once again, coming out on top, victorious. Drumroll, please. Jackson DiCarlo is the winner again. I am the judge here. I am the one that does the thing. Jury.
It sounds like you decided to get a bunch of my peers and ask me a bunch of questions that I wouldn't know the answer to, unlike the other trivia segments that I've won lawfully in previous years. And this year, you decided to keep the bit going, so then you could have this grand showcase and execution and send yourself off into the real world as you graduate, knowing that I'll just be lying in a ditch with a knife in my back and trivia answers out of my brain.
How can you even suggest such a thing? Jackson, we've been together since the beginning. I'm only doing this in the name of justice.
Yeah?
Are
you?
I didn't want this from the beginning, alright, Jackson? But
Organize this.
That's not.
Organize this.
Jury. Alright, listen, jury. I'll give my defense to you. I'll give my defense. Jury, I will have you know that I have been in charge with Jackson of coming up with the segments, the trivia questions, and coming up with a scoring system that was fair and that was used throughout every episode, and it was a fair ruling system.
Now,
I'd like to draw attention to last week's episode, which was Star Wars trivia, of which I got 0 points up until I said Matt who won. And then you apparated an Order 66 point out of nowhere.
No, he's got a point. He's got a point. I was supposed to win that.
Jury, you're not supposed to take a side. Jury, you're not supposed to take a side.
Yeah, but that was a funny
I
joke.
was supposed to win that episode.
Oh.
That was a good
I was
joke.
supposed to win too, and he took it from me.
Oh. Great.
I think the jury needs to deliberate on who's
Jury,
really
I'd
guilty
ask
here.
that you look past my many trophies and know that I didn't ask for them. I've earned many in the past, it's true, and I've earned many more without my consent. But know that it wasn't me who asked for this to be done. Know that I had no hand in it. I did not pull the trigger on the smoking gun.
What is this? What is this change of tide right here? This change of rules. This is ridiculous.
I'm like kind of agreeing with Jackson right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is
I
ridiculous.
gotta agree as well.
I say we burn the witch.
Now I'm.
Burn the witch?
No.
Matt, I've also
No.
seen you like forge the numbers, dude.
Oh.
All right, then
Yeah.
by the supreme rule of the U.S. Supreme Court, I'd like to declare Matthew Gillespie guilty of trivia fraud.
Oh.
All right.
All of
What?
those jurors in
Guilty.
favor say guilty, please.
Guilty.
Guilty.
This is ridiculous.
Absolutely
And like
guilty.
that, I'm gonna go
The
ask our
most
security to
guilty.
take them away.
This is kangaroo
Hey,
court.
boss,
You
I
stay
hate
away
the
from me,
people.
those toughs.
They usually
I
want to
do
take the
not-
boss out of here.
I was only here trying to have
Come
fun
along,
time
no,
in
just
trivia.
come along,
Get
follow
away
me.
from me. I didn't do
Take
anything.
them away,
Put your cuffs
Bailey.
on.
I
Take
did
them
nothing.
Gone out of here, make it easy.
Stay away.
It
Stop.
will
What is
like,
this?
when we sorry, boss,
Stop.
and rush you.
No.
Put up a bunch of- we hit you.
And with that disruption out of the way,
Sit down.
I'd like to thank you all for coming to my trial, I guess, supporting me through this very difficult time. Well, I guess that wraps it up for this year's High Noon Friday broadcast, or at least a trivia segment of it. I guess we'll turn it back to whoever's, hosting, and we'll get this show over. Right? Bye-bye.
Going.
Going.
One more time. Let's go!
That wraps up. Okay, hang on.
Yeah!
I'm not-
Final season, baby!
Stop. You gotta read it.
Yeah!
You have 8 minutes. That wraps it up for this season's final broadcast of High Noon Friday. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you tune in next season, same time, same place. High Noon Friday has been brought to you on WCBF 88.9 FM The Voice and WCBL 89.5 The Inferno on the web.
Our producers and scriptwriters were, this season, Jackson DiCarlo and Matt Gillespie. Sports was prepared and read by Josh Schmitt. News was read by Topher Elkins, and weather was by Jules Hoepting. Tune in next time for another great edition of High Noon Friday. For the final time, I'm Matt Gillespie.
And I'm Jackson DiCarlo. We won't miss you, Matt. Thanks for listening, and make sure to tune in next year, same time, same place.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye forever. You'll never hear from me again.
Good.